Tinubu's son, Seyi, uses wristwatch worth 346 million naira. One entire wristwatch of 346 million for hand. Okay. The minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000 naira per month. Alright. Now 30k per month minimum wage times 12 months in a year is 360,000 naira. So now if you divide 346 million by 360k, you get 961.11. What does this mean? It means say if you collect salary of 30k per month, this wristwatch where Seyi wear so, you go pay your salary for 961 years, 1 month, and 10 days. For hand. Later they will say, we feel your hunger, we feel your pain. How much are the fine when you go tie some? You go tie this watch of 346 million. Why don't they do like this now? Why don't they do like this for this country? People should be sensitive now. Why don't they do like this? Now, crime to be Nigerian.
It's a crime.
Oh God.
It is.
Alright, guys. If you like this video you just watch and you want like learn how to edit it.
Mo lérò pé ẹ rí fídíò tí mo fi hàn yín yẹn. Ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí arákùnrin yẹn sọ. Tá a bá ń sọ fún yín wípé Nàìjíríà àwọn tẹ́ ẹ pè lólórí yín, they don't care about you. Because tí o bá ń ṣe pé péyàn níkà èèyàn burú, báwo ni èèyàn kan ṣe máa dé aago tó wọ́ọ̀tì 360 àbélò ẹ jẹ́ ń dá padà sẹ́yìn díẹ̀ 300 and mú bọ́ o bí 350 million naira. Mi ò fẹ́ quote kìíní yẹn wrong ni. Okay,
that is only video editing. 1.11 naira in Nigeria.
346 million naira. Ẹ̀yin náà wò aago 346 million. Báwo ni ẹ̀kan ṣe máa dé aago 3? Kò wá ṣe ẹ̀kan yẹn ló máa ní o. Kò ṣe ẹ̀kan yẹn ló máa ní o. Ó máa ní bí méjì mẹ́ta ká fi máa ṣe pàṣípàrọ̀. Now aago ẹ̀kan lásán ọmọ president 346,000 naira. Pẹ̀lú bá ṣe sọ pé ìlú ṣe rí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ń sìn. Mo pé tẹ́yìn kan máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin kan tó jẹ́ pé lórí méjì tẹ́ ń rò àfi kẹ́ support olóṣèlú. Ẹ sọ pé ṣé owó mi ló fi rà á ni? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni owó mi ló fi rà á. Owó ẹ ló fi rà á. If you don't know, some of you say bàbá ẹ ti lówó kó tó di president. Tó bá yẹ kó ti lówó kó tó di president, kí ló lọ ń wá ṣe ní presidency? Ṣé wọ́n lọ síbẹ̀ láti lọ ṣé torí ìfẹ́ tó ní sí ẹ̀yọ̀ wọn aráàlú sẹ́yọ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà? Ṣé torí ìfẹ́ tó ní sí yín náà ṣe lọ síbẹ̀ láti lọ serve yín? And if this is what leadership is all about, if this is how to serve people, then it's better to become a slave. I would rather become a slave than if this is what you call leadership. If this is what you call serving people, they are not serving people, they are only starving the people. Now, pẹ̀lú gbogbo tá à ń sọ yìí, owó ẹ̀yin náà gbọ́ analysis tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni yẹn ṣe yẹn, ẹ gbọ́ ó ní that ago nìkan will pay a salary of somebody for like 90 years or thereabout. Let's go back. Let me go back.
One person tie wristwatch of 346 million for hand. Okay. The minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000 naira per month. Alright. Now 30k per month minimum wage times 12 months in a year is 360,000 naira. So now if you divide 346 million by 360k, you get 961.
That's 961 years.
What does this mean? It means say if you collect salary of 30k per month,
what a shame.
This wristwatch where you could pay your salary for 961 years, 1 month, and 10 days.
Wow. Wow. is going to pay your salary for 961 years. Owó ago lásán, ago nìkan là ń sọ yìí o. Kò mọ bóyá chain tó máa nílé o, kò mọ bóyá bàtà tó ń lò o, kò mọ mọ́tò tó ń tírú wọn yìí ń lò o. Ó kí n gbà tó bá ń lo ago 346 million naira. Mọ́tò èlò lẹ́rù pọ̀ mọ́ Tinubu máa wà lò báyìí. Rí kó àwọn ará bí yóò wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín bó ti lè kó mọ́. Problem ta ní Nigeria ni wípé some of you think that Nigerian politicians are different. You think that ẹ má rò pé Hausa ni torí bó jẹ́ Hausa ló ṣe embezzle owó. It is the problem of the constitution of that country. Tí ìwé ṣẹ́ṣẹ́ mo máa ń sọ kíní kan fún yín, mo ní ìdálù ní ìṣèlú, ìwé òfin ló máa ń determine bó ṣe máa ń ṣe ìlú. Tí òfin Nàìjíríà bá sọ pé ọmọ president ò gbọdọ̀ ní ju nǹkan báyìí lọ lákàùntì ẹ̀, tó bá ṣe wọ́n lè ṣe pamọ́, bọ́jọ́ táṣírí wọn bá tú, then they will be ready to stand for it. They will be ready to answer a question over it. But look at this situation. Ẹ wo orúkọ tá à ń rí báyìí. Now wọ́n wá ṣe òfin Nàìjíríà lórí wípé immunity cover president. I don't know if the immunity also cover his son, meaning that tó bá ṣì wà as long as tó bá ṣì ń jẹ́ president of Nigeria, no authority in Nigeria can question them. No court can even question them. Not even EFCC can question them because they are president. Immunity cover wọn. If not, 346 million naira. Ṣé ọmọ Tinubu lè máa ṣiṣẹ́ oṣù? Èló ló fẹ́ máa gbà lówó oṣù? Ẹ̀dá mi lóhùn o. Èló lọ́mọ Tinubu máa gbà lówó oṣù? Tó máa fi wá lóhùn lè afford láti ra ago 346 million naira. Tó bá ṣe pé owó tó ń jí. Because you cannot tell me that you work so hard, you work so very hard, and the only thing you think of using your money to buy, àfẹ́ ni pé lifetime heritage yẹn ló fẹ́ rà. As if that's what you ó dàbí pé kéèyàn ti ṣiṣẹ́ for his whole life, kó wá gba pension ẹ̀, kó wá wò pé aago yìí ló ti wù mí kí n lò látọdún yìí wá, kó wá lọ kówó yẹn kó lọ ra aago yẹn. Ṣé owó tọmọ Tinubu, ṣé owó ṣẹ́ ọmọ Tinubu ló fi ra aago tó rà yìí? Definitely people like this will wọ́n máa náà wọn ra mọ́tò bí 500 million. Although sometimes some of them cherish all this wristwatch more than even cars. But then owó tó lò láti fi ra aago yìí, ṣé owó ara ẹ̀ ni? Ṣé owó iṣẹ́ tó ṣe gangan ni? Because àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà a kì í question àwọn politician wa, àwa gangan la bà wọ́n jẹ́ níbi tó wà lẹ́nìí. Àwa gangan la bà wọ́n olóṣèlú wa jẹ́. Anything tó bá ti ń ṣe, wọ́n máa ṣí kàn yín lójú báyìí. But you always keep quiet. Nobody is ready to speak about it. Ìwọ̀nba àwọn tó bá tún sọ̀rọ̀ ńgbà míì, wọ́n á halẹ̀ mọ́ wọn and they will be silenced. Tí ò bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, kọ́mọ kẹ́ sọ pé ẹnìkan lásán ń lu aago tó lè san sálárì èèyàn kan for 900 years. Ó mì pé that wristwatch alone can pay salary of at least 961 people. Kí ni mo ń sọ? Pẹ̀lú minimum wage, he's going to pay more than that. That means ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí. Kémi náà gbé calculator tèmi jáde. 346 million. Ṣé yàrá mi lè máa kú rè báyìí? Divided by 30,000 naira. That means this aago tí ọmọ Seyi Tinubu ń lò yìí is going to pay the minimum wage of 11,533 people. 11,533 people. Aago tí ọmọ Tinubu ń lò yìí, it will cover a salary of at least 11,533 people. Òun nìkan ni aago tí ọmọ Tinubu ń lò. Torí kó jẹ́ ọmọ president, right? Torí kó orí títí ẹ̀ dájú, ó sàn lórí ọmọ ẹlòmíì lọ. I know some people will still, speak against this video. Ẹ máa tún sọ̀rọ̀ nípa fídíò pé ká fi wọ́n lẹ̀ now, and that is ibi tá a bá wọn délé nìyẹn. ibi fi wọ́n lẹ̀ ìwọ náà ṣọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀ ibi wọ́n náà lọ́wọ́ sùn sí tiẹ̀. Is it his money? Tí o bá ṣe pé owó ìlú leléyìí náà. Because it wasn't in the news kí Tinubu tó di president sìn, it wasn't, kò sínú news pé ọmọ Tinubu ń lo aago 346 million. Ó ṣe nígbà tó tí bàbá yìí di president lòun náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lo aago 346 million. Nílùú tí ẹ ti ń complain pé kò síṣẹ́ nílùú. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la rí inú news láìpẹ́ yìí tọ́nà fẹ́ fi 90 billion wọ́n fẹ́ fi subsidize owó fáwọn nǹkan tó lọ fún hajj tẹ́lómi máa lọ tí ò ní padà dé. Ṣáwọn èèyàn máa ṣọ́ ní conscience yá ní ìlú yẹn ṣá. Ṣáwọn èèyàn sì ní conscience nílùú yẹn. And they just mentioned that money like pé owó yẹn ò jámọ́ kankan. Tó bá fi 90 billion tá à ń sọ yìí tó bá fi dá school kalẹ̀ àbí tó bá fi dá company kalẹ̀ ṣé ẹ̀mí èèyàn tó máa lè afford àti ṣiṣẹ́ ní company yẹn ṣá. Ẹ̀mí èèyàn tó máa lè ṣiṣẹ́ ní company yẹn. Company tó bá fi 90 billion dá kalẹ̀ kódà kó jẹ́ 50 billion wọ́n fi dá company kalẹ̀. Do you know how many people can work in that company? Tó bá jẹ́ pé hospital náà fi 90 billion yẹn build. Do you know? And gbogbo 90 owó wọ́n fowó subsidize ìrìnàjò hajj town sọ yìí. It's all strategy to gather love from the northerners torí election 2027 náà ni nṣojú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ni. Just so that you say nígbà táwọn fẹ́ lọ sí hajj ní kí ní báyìí president ó support àwọn mùsùlùmí and majority of the people in the north are Muslims. Is that what you are trying to do? 90 billion naira nílùú tẹ́ ń jẹ gbèsè tó yẹ pé gbèsè mú yín lọ́rùn. Nílùú tẹ́ yẹ pé àwọn ẹlòmíín kú sí hospital torí 3,000 5,000 naira. Ẹlòmíín kú sínú ilé torí 2,000 naira. Ẹlòmíín kú sílé torí pé kò lè afford àti ra oúnjẹ lásán. That same country ọmọ president yìí ń lo aago 346 million naira. Aago tó lè san salary àwọn èèyàn kan fún 961 years. Tó lè san salary average minimum payment minimum wage òṣìṣẹ́ bíi 11,533 of them. 11,000 kọ́tà máa ń sọ nìyẹn. Now wọ́n debate lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ kí náà ti ń pè wọ́n fẹ́ increase minimum wage àwọn labour àwọn NLC. Wọ́n debate lórí pé wọ́n fẹ́ kí ìjọba increase minimum wage sí 615,000 naira. Ìjọba sọ pé kò possible. Now irú àwọn owó tẹ̀ ń lavish àwọn owó tẹ̀ fi ń ṣòfò tẹ̀ fi ń ṣèrànù tẹ̀ fi ń ṣàràkà yìí. If this money tó bá yẹ pé a really fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan because problem ta ní Nàìjíríà ni pé we don't have priority or we don't know how to lay our priorities right. Tá a bá mọ̀ bá ṣe máa sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ló jẹ wá lógún nǹkan báyìí ló kàn nílùú àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń provide owó tẹ̀ ń ná káàkiri yìí àwọn lẹ́ ń fi yà jẹ yìí. Àwọn tó ń provide owó yìí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ṣebí income tí àwọn workers àwọn tó jẹ́ government worker owó tó ń mú wọlé iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe sí àkójọba ṣebí owó yẹn inú owó yẹn náà ti fẹ́ fi rán àwọn kan ní àjì yìí ṣebí ara owó yẹn náà irú àwọn ilé náà rí náà tó fi lọ́ra aago because they don't work for it. Àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ owó yẹn wọ́n wá demand fún 600,000 naira or 615,000 naira. You are saying that it's not possible. And so government can only afford 45,000 àbí 49,000 naira. Kí ni 49,000 fẹ́ tó? That is why corruption will not stop in Nigeria. Because when people are being underpaid, tó bá ti jẹ́ pé owó tẹ̀ ń san fáwọn èèyàn, owó tó kọjá iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ni. It's okay. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi nǹkan kan wọ̀nyí. Ṣé ti rí báyẹn? Ẹ ti rí báyẹn. Àwọn McDonald ní America ni wọ́n place advert yẹn síta, right? Ẹ̀rí kan tó wà ní báyẹn wọ́n ní èèyàn tó máa bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ ní inú McDonald and they will be paying that person for the start according to kọ́tọ́ kọ́sípẹ̀ for the start $18 per hour. $18 per hour. Now $18 per hour yẹn that means and averagely or let's say the normal standard time tí yẹn fi máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní àwọn America and many of these European countries, it's 8 hours per day. So imagine that somebody got that job and that person is working for 8 hours in a day, and after the 8 hours, and every 1 hour he gets 18 euro per hour. Now let's multiply $18 by 8 hours to my official lọ́jọ́ kan. Àti mo ṣe calculation yẹn, it's about $144. Okay? Now, tó bá ṣe, that's per day, ẹni yẹn máa rí $144. $144 yẹn, let's see how much it is ní naira of today. Let's see how much it is in naira of today. $144 multiplied by, let's say 1,004. Can support 1,004, of which dollar is even more than that now. Now at the rate of 1,004, that is about 201,600 naira. Okay, 201,000 naira ni owó tí yẹn kàn máa gbà. I mean in our own rates. 201,000 naira ni owó òṣìṣẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní kitchen McDonald kan nìyẹn o, tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní McDonald. Kò ṣe pé you want to, it's not as if professor ṣiṣẹ́ bí as ọ̀gá o àbí supervisor o, is going to work there as maybe one of the kitchen assistants. Simple, àbáwọn tó máa, yeah, just kitchen assistant, and it's going to be earning $18 per hour. Now irú ẹni yẹn tó gba $144 per day yẹn, on a normal ground, on a normal day, an average person can survive in America with at least, on a normal day, you can survive with at least $50 in a day. $50 is enough for you to spend in America for one day. Okay? So imagine that you are working there and you are spending like $50 per day. And so most times, you can buy a monthly ticket. You already have a ticket, which is not going to cost you more than, in most cases, maybe $100 or $150. So, transport. Now, how much do you have left? So, can take care of your transportation. Then, the rest days of the month, you are working for at least 25 days in a month. Because of the Saturdays and Sunday, most people don't work on those days. Now, do you even work up to 25 days? Let's assume you work for 22 days. Yeah, let's say 22 days 22 days in a month. If you multiply 144 by 22 days, okay, multiply by 22 days. That gives you, okay, in our own money, it gives you like 4.4 million naira, 4.4 million ní owó Nigeria. But let's go back to 144 multiplied by 22 days in a month. That's about $3,168. This is how people take care of their people. Nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ kí corruption dínkù nílùú là ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ yìí. Now ẹni yẹn ó máa rí at least 3,168, almost 3,200. And with that 3,200, just as a kitchen assistant ẹ má gbàgbé o, kitchen assistant tó jẹ́ pé ó mi pé tá bá dẹ̀ ṣe owó yìí 3,168 ká wá sọ pé multiply by 1,400 tí owó wà lẹ́ni 1,400 tó wà in assumption ó jẹ́ 3 million, I mean ó jẹ́ 4.4 million, 4,435,000 naira lówó yẹn jẹ́. If you are living in Nigeria and ìjọba wá ń fún ẹ ní 500,000 naira, they are still underpaying you with the level of our currency and with the level of our with the state, economic situation in Nigeria today. If you are working in any government organization and you are being paid 500,000 naira, they are underpaying you. They are giving you a slave wage. That's what it means, and that is why you will be corrupt by all means, because you will not be able to meet up with all your basic necessities. An average Nigerian now wants to use an iPhone, isn't it? Ó fẹ́ lo iPhone, ṣùgbọ́n ìjọba sọ pé owó oṣù ẹ 30,000 ní minimum. Káta sọ pé ẹlòmíì wà nísìnyí tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí tó wà òkè, wọ́n fún ní 200,000 naira lójú ara ẹ̀, ó rò pé òun gbowó gidi. Meanwhile, with that 200,000 naira too, it's not even enough for you. It's not enough to take, especially when you are a married person. When you wá lọ ní ọmọ kan ọmọ méjì, àbò tó wá lọ ní mẹ́ta, and you are earning 200,000 naira, they are slave waging you. They are downpaying you. Yes, they are underpaying you, and they are doing that intentionally. So, tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ fún yín ní owó, tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ fún yín ní owó, when you want to get your, maybe the worth of your service, pẹ̀lú current economical situation of Nigeria today, at least averagely you should be earning nothing less than 700 to 1 million naira. If you are not earning in that level, because you have to pay for rent, you have to pay for your transportation. Nígbà míì ẹlòmíì ná almost 50,000 naira lórí transportation every month, even more. Kí là ń sọ 50,000 kí ni? Ẹlòmíì ná more than 50,000 ní orí transportation nìkan in a month. If you own your own car, sometimes you still have to spend up more than 50,000 naira also for fueling in a month. Especially now that epo ti di èlò yìí, 700 naira per litre, 600 and something in some places, 700, 800 in some places. You have to pay for fueling. That aside, you have to stock your homes with foodstuffs. Now, gbogbo alameye tí wọ́n ń ta oúnjẹ lọ́jà sí rice, on rice is 70,000 or 75 or thereabout. Ẹ̀wà, oníye tó ń ta epo, and all the rest of them. Iṣẹ́ àtàlàfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ èyí ni ò tí wọ́n lọ́jà ni. Everything has skyrocketed. Now, how do you want to meet up tó bá ń gba 200,000 naira? Ìwọ àti family ẹ fẹ́ consume, tẹ́ bá jẹ́ family of 5, bàbá àti ìyá àti ọmọ mẹ́ta, tẹ́ bá tó yẹ pé kí n jẹun púpọ̀, ẹ fẹ́ consume 1 bag of rice in 2 months, which is 80,000 naira nsìn, or say let's say 75,000 naira. Now, owó school wà mẹ́fọ́ mọ́ o, àwọn wá lọ sí school, ìjọba kọ́ ló ń sanwó school o. Unlike even many of these European countries or even the America itself, tó yẹ pé the education is free. The education there is free. Now, ní ọ̀dọ̀ tí wá ní Nigeria kéré, you still have to make sure that you are responsible for your children's school fees. Some of the schools, èlé tó wẹ̀ cheap dáadáa, tó wẹ̀ cheap, lè máa gbọ́ wọ́n gba 50,000 naira, or let's say 30,000 naira. Now, if you have 3 kids, and one of your child is, you have to pay like 30,000 for one of your kid. How much do you think will take care of these responsibilities? Èló ló máa ń tó, èló lè máa fi take care responsibility àwọn ọmọ. Pé ẹ fẹ́ sanwó school lásán, maybe you are already spending like 100,000 naira lórí school fees àwọn ọmọ nìkan. Then you have to buy clothes for them. You have to feed them. Ìjọba òkun on fọ́mọ ní benefit. Nigeria ni mo mọ̀ pé ìjọba kì í fọ́mọ benefit. Ìjọba kì í fọ́mọ benefit kankan, wọn fún aráàlú benefit kankan, àfi bó ṣe máa gbà lọ́wọ́ aráàlú nìkan ló máa ń wá. So when is all of this going to stop? When is all of this going to stop? Now ibẹ̀lẹ̀ nìkan ṣó ọmọ president, ọmọ president ìyẹn ń lo kí náà ti ń pè ẹ má bínú mo ṣe gáfárà, ọmọ president òun lo aago 364 million àbí 346 million rather, just because kìíní tí mo wálẹ̀ kan lélẹ̀ ṣé ti rí báyẹn, ṣé ti rí pé logo McDonald wà mẹ́yẹn, wọ́n ní McDonald now hiring starting $18 per hour. Kí ni iṣẹ́ tó máa ṣe? Only check website details when applying. Just apply from the website. And àwọn òkín wá, oh God, mo ti máa ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àwa ní Áfíríkà là ń create ẹ̀ẹ́lì fúnra wa, à ń create àpáàdì tẹ́lómi rò pé òun lọ tó ń bá ti kú yẹn, inú ayé yìí náà ló wà. And àwa là ń create fúnra wa l'Áfíríkà, àwọn òyìnbó yìí ń create paradise fúnra wọn. So and that is why many people always want to make sure they do anything possible láti lọ sí lóyìnbó to continue the slavery. That is it. Because nígbà tí èèyàn kan bá mọ̀ pé tó ń bá lọ síbi báyìí owó tó máa gbà níbẹ̀ ẹ̀yin náà wo na ordinary kitchen assistant or kitchen whatever tó bá ń gba bíi $3,000 ní oṣù kan tó dẹ̀ yẹ pé owó yẹn ọmọ yẹn tó jẹ́ ní ìlú ẹ̀ o mọ̀ pé that's about 4 million ní ọ̀dọ̀ títí ẹ èèyàn owó ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà ń sìn Nigeria of today tó ń gba 4 million àwọn olè ẹ̀rọ kan ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń gba 4 million kò ṣe pé bí pẹ̀lú màgòmágó kò ṣe pé tí èyí tó ń rí o nǹkan kan tí mo sọ kọ́ nìyẹn their salary their basic wage is 4 million naira who in Nigeria of today even àwọn tó ń ṣe ní Chevron gan mi rò pé salary wọn lè tó 4 million naira maybe some ogas at the top and you know what your requirement will be irú iṣẹ́ ilé tó wọ́n sọ fún tó ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ yìí kò dìgbà tó bá yẹ kó ní o lè má ní secondary school certificate lọ́tún kó tó lè apply fún iṣẹ́ báyìí because òyìnbó really believe nínú pé certificate sometimes certificate is necessary in some field now on field kọ̀ọ̀kan certificate yẹn wà necessary wà important but in most cases irú àwọn iṣẹ́ báyìí you only need sometimes even if you just have primary 6 school I mean how do you call it kí ló ti ń pè let's just say secondary school certificate in Nigeria you can use it to apply for this kind of work and they will accept you provided you can do what they want you to do. They will just show you okay nǹkan báyìí ló máa ṣe iṣẹ́ báyìí ló máa ṣe tó bá jẹ́ sùkúl báyìí wà lọ gbé nǹkan báyìí simple tó bá ti lè ṣe you are good to be working with them and this owó tó ń fẹ́ tó ń promise ẹni ẹgbọ́ only starting at 18 euro per hour ó mì pé in another few months maybe 2 or 3 months after or maximum in 6 months wọ́n máa increase owó yẹn ó lè bọ́ sí $20 per hour ó lè jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tó bá tún wá fún padà fún ẹni contract àbí wọ́n padà fún ní life contract you know what that means fún àwọn tó wá ń lo òyìnbó so let's call ourselves to order. Problem tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ìlú Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ̀ ó máa padà pín ni because people cannot continue like this forever. Àwọn èèyàn lè continue by forever tó bá pẹ́ yín bóyá yín ẹ máa padà because tẹ́ ẹ bá pín Nàìjíríà ìwé òfin tó fi ń control Nàìjíríà tó ń allow kọ́mọ president máa lo ago 346 million and nobody is checking him not even the EFCC can check him ìwé òfin tẹ́ ń lò yẹn funny enough ẹni tó bá tún padà gbàjọba lẹ́yìn Tinubu náà òun náà ọmọ ẹ̀ náà á tún ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ even more than that. So because òfin fàyè gbà wọ́n so whatever pín Nigeria we are having a new constitution not the military imposed constitution on us we are having a new constitution that was tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan táwọn aráàlú bá fẹ́ ló máa wà ń bẹ̀ right now irú kí ló ti ń pè Tinubu sìn tó bá ṣe títí ẹ̀ tó bá gbìyànjú tó ṣe títí ẹ̀ tó kúrò mẹ́rin sìn another kí má sọ pé another devil another angel àtúwọ̀bẹ̀ òun náà túbẹ̀ ṣe títí ẹ̀ lọ then how long can you people survive this? How long do we continue to deceive ourselves when everything is well and people are in Nigeria of today an average young man in Nigeria is an average young man of within the age of 20 to 25 even to 30 years an average Nigerian young man I mean like 80% of them they boast of 100,000 or 200,000 in their